Death Nettles are already extremely powerful even when they're unmutated in quotations. They do a solid 34-35 damage a swing, but we can up those numbers significantly, basically doubling them, with just a tiny bit of extra work. So to even get Nettles in the first place, you have to get an exotic seed crate, which comes with Nettle seeds. Inside the exotic seed crate is also fly amanita spores, which has a extremely deadly toxin inside called, well, amatoxin. There are two methodologies in order to make these extremely powerful death nettles. I would consider the fast-paced method just a better method because you really don't want to get caught growing these. And if it's something like Nukies, well, speed is of the essence anyways if they are already on the station or already have declared war. If they declared war, you could produce 1,000,000 of these really easily. And, well, rather than rambling on, let's just get started. So the very basic principle of this is you get your death nettle seed, which I have already made a video on, and it's not hard to get these. Then plant them. And then you plant your fly amanita, and you're going to want to take clippings of both just so you don't ever run out. And finally, all you do is you take a swab on the fly amanita, and then spread the pollen on the death nettle. Now, that has a decent chance already of making an extremely deadly death nettle. However, without harvesting it, you won't actually know exactly what happened. So if you do it in just this method, it is slow and may not yield the best results all the time. And I'm just going to use view variable real quick just to show you exactly what's happening here because it's kind of confusing. We actually replaced nutriment with amatoxin. This is actually not ideal though. It will do more damage than a normal death nettle, but we can do much better. That's why I say doing one fly amanita to one death nettle is inconsistent because you would have waited the whole growth period and put it in a blender in order to even find out what actually changed. But you can basically remove this RNG entirely if you just use many sterile swabs. So I'm literally just going to use 6 sterile swabs, 6 unique sterile swabs. So I swab the mushrooms, swab the death nettle, swab the mushrooms, swab the death nettles. And we are heading into the 6th one, and I will show you what chemicals have changed. And as you can see, doing this has replaced all of the plant's original reagents with the mushroom's reagents. It is now just purely amatoxin and nutriment. So at this point, you don't even have to wait to grind it because you basically have eliminated most of the RNG. It's pretty much guaranteed to be guaranteed after 6 swabs to be nothing but amatoxin and nutriment. So then you can go over to your Nutrimax, get 1 bottle of Robust Harvest. And since Fly Amanita only has 10 potency, that means you have to dump 15 units on the death nettle itself in order to get 50 potency. Well, obviously we already made a mistake in this scenario. I'm just explaining it because now I can't clip the plant because I've already done it. So what you would do is take your fresh death nettle, take your fresh Amanita. You could clip the Amanita just to be cautious. And what you do at this point is you get the 6 unique swabs. And I'm just going to do this off camera so you don't have to see it. So I swabbed the new death nettle 6 times. As you can see, again, nutriment, amatoxin. Now what we do is we dump the 15 units of Robust Harvest on it, and make sure you have not clipped it at this point. The reason why you don't want to clip it yet is because this death nettle will not have seeds, meaning that we will not be able to put it in the seed extractor to get more out of it. So what we need is a perfect plant to start with. So we just wait a few seconds to make sure it gets up to the 50 potency, and then we clip it. So it's been probably about long enough. I'm just going to clip it, and let's examine it. Actually, I clipped it a little too early. It's not that big of a deal because you can just replant it, re-put more Robust Harvest on it, and wait till it gets 50 potency. And again, more potency means more amatoxin, which means a better death nettle. And just to iterate, in case you make a mistake, to show how easy this actually is, you just get more Robust Harvest. We'll just dump 5 more units on it, wait just a few extra seconds, just to make sure that the potency is indeed going up. Then reclip it, and we hit 43. Again, I was impatient, but just to show you how imprecise you can be in order to get a perfect death nettle within literal minutes is not that hard. I mean, this isn't perfect. You can make perfect ones. I'll explain that in a few seconds. Alright, so now we clip it, and we have 50 potency, which means we can just mass produce this infinitely because we could keep making, well, infinite amounts of clippings, meaning infinite death nettles over time. So these death nettles will grow in batches of 3, and if we view the solutions, 13 amatoxin, 3 nutriment. This nutriment is basically irrelevant. Remember that this injects 6 units at a time, meaning that it's pretty much going to be all amatoxin getting injected. Amatoxin is ridiculously lethal. Each unit of amatoxin does 12 poison, and we're basically injecting 6 per hit, so we are doing over 70 damage a hit with one plant, and you get 3 per harvest. You can actually go further with this, and I'm not going to explain it because this is already insane. You can mix it with something like tower caps, which will only give you pretty much pure amatoxin, and you'll grow 5 at a time, so you get more death nettles that do slightly more damage. Just to show you like how ridiculously overpowered these things are, I always like doing this. This is one of my favorite things to do. Put a dude in Death Squad, which is just the best armor in the game, and if I hit them twice, which this attacks at once per second, so basically in 2 seconds, well, less if you don't include the first hit, this person is doomed to die because death nettles ignore armor, and if we just health analyze them, we can watch the poison build in their body, and they are dead. And that's not even a perfect death nettle. So if you have 6 death nettles, you can 12 hit an entire 6-man death squad. Poison damage is really hard to heal. Nukies are not carrying this much poison healing on them, so really botany is more dangerous than security. Also, if you're an antagonist, doing 100 poison damage in 2 hits means that you can literally 1v1 a security officer with a baton, and if they stun you, they'll die by the time they get the cuffs on. This has a billion applications, but if you want to make an even deadlier one, I don't really know why you would. It's kind of pointless to make ones that are even deadlier than this. You just take one mushroom and grow as many death nettles as you can. This will take longer. You just individually swab each one, like this, and I know I've been told that swabs are multi-use, but it's just not reliable. Like, I don't know how else to explain it, but this always just yields better results using unique swabs. So you swab each one, and again, without a grinder, you won't actually know what you're getting until they're grown. So this slows down the process significantly, and I would just recommend the fast method because 2-hitting a Death Squad member is already the best damage in the entire game. There's no weapon stronger than Death Nettle right now, and Death Nettle is completely free and infinitely producible. But yeah, anyways, I have swabbed all of the plants, and basically what we're hoping for is to get a Death Nettle that is pure amatoxin. See, this isn't terrible either, but you still don't want the acid because amatoxin is just significantly better. So again, the fast method is still better than my first 3 examples. None of the 6 had just the amatoxin I was looking for. They were actually all worse than the speedy method. So again, if you want to be a top tier botanist and flex your knowledge, you can go for the pure amatoxin, tower cap, death nettle, but you're going to be performing just the same as the person who produced 1,000 of them before you made the perfect one. And yeah, I mean, you could kill the entire station really easily with these weapons. There's really no counter to getting hypo twice by one of the deadliest poisons in the game. Anyways, that's all I got for now. Thank you for watching, and please, I know this is extremely strong. Don't spam it every round. It's not fun.